Hello my lovelies and welcome to another video. Today's video is a very special one, and I know I do say this a lot, but just trust me and just bear with me when I explain a little bit more. I'm pretty sure you all will agree with me, and maybe it's because of my zodiac sign, okay? I am a Pisces, I am overly emotional, I'm overly sentimental, but with Valentine's Day coming in like a week or so, I think love is in the air. Is that very cheesy? I don't know about you, but Valentine's Day doesn't actually mean all that much to me, okay? Just bear with me. The reason why is because I think that you should love and be loved 365 days a year, not just on Valentine's Day. But give me any excuse to celebrate love and I shall do so without any further ado. I think that love and happiness have something in common, and I do think that they are very much dependent on each other. You cannot really have love unless you're happy with yourself, and you cannot really have happiness unless you have a well-developed love. And by that, I do not mean that you have to be in a relationship. I think that love towards yourself is the most important thing. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love anybody else. We've heard it a million times, but what does it really mean? How do I love myself? Of course we all love ourselves, but do we really show that to ourselves? So you might expect from someone else to show you love, but you don't show love to yourself. You sometimes call yourself bad names if you do something wrong. You sometimes don't treat yourself in a way you should. You don't give yourself time. You don't eat well. You don't sleep enough, but you want someone else to love you. This is a topic I really like. I mean, I guess you can tell. I speak a lot to my friends about this topic, and today's video is very kindly sponsored by Chopin. They gave me this incredible idea of talking about self-love, and I was like, yes, I took it with both hands. And in today's video, you will see that I am wearing a gorgeous Chopin to my Happy Hearts collection throughout the video. I'm sure you have already noticed this collection before because I've been now wearing it on and off for over a year. I actually have quite a nice little collection of necklaces and earrings that you have previously seen on my Instagram. And I have to say there's something that I really agree with. Happiness is a choice, and it starts by loving yourself just the way you are. When you smile at yourself, the whole world smiles back. Heart yourself and happiness will follow. So let's talk about hearting ourselves and let's talk about happiness. Now in this video, I'm gonna share with you, I think like 5, maybe not 5, maybe 6 tips and ways that you can show yourself love that I think are crucial for finding happiness, finding love, and finding success and confidence in every aspect of life. Now, before I start, I would like to give you a little overture, and this is something I always talk about. I have talked about this on my channel before as well. Loving yourself doesn't mean that you need to be arrogant. It doesn't mean that you need to act like you're more precious and more important than everybody else, because that is not actually love. That is just gaslighting, actually, because you're just kind of pretending that you are better than anybody else, even though you don't even believe it. That's what you don't want a partner to do to you, to just pretend and show you this like fake love. You want to give yourself the time, the attention, the love, the kindness, the effort, and all those good things that we're going to talk about. So tip number 1, my happiness morning, okay? We all know that life can get completely crazy, right? You wake up, you realize you're already running to work, you go, you run, and you kind of lose that time that you can give yourself. Because when else besides in the morning can you give yourself some time? Maybe before falling asleep at night, but I do believe that in order to set the day right, morning is so much more important. I think that like this morning I woke up at 6:30 and I knew that my first call was going to be at 9:30. Yes, I love sleep. We all know that I love to sleep long. I need sleep. But honestly, these 3 hours that I gave myself in the day to start the day were so beneficial for how I felt the rest of the day, for how composed I was, for how peaceful I was, for how grateful I was. And that all contributed to me feeling happy. So as you guys know, we've discussed this many times before. In the morning, I wake up, I do not touch my phone for the first half an hour. Not just social media, but I do not touch my phone. That is because your brain is actually much softer in the morning, so you are likely to suck everything in. If you see something on social media that upsets you, if you see a negative comment, a DM, or messages that already start you thinking about work and problems at work, this is not what we want to have connection with first thing in the morning. In the morning, we want to think about positive thoughts, goals, inspiration, aesthetic, at least me. Some people might be different, but for me, first thing in the morning, I wake up, I make myself a cup of coffee, I get to my table and I start writing all the things I'm grateful for. I know we've covered this before, but it's so important because I just like to write those things. And honestly, right now, this is my favorite ritual. Of all the rituals that I have, my morning ritual is the most precious as well. I like to do this in the mornings, even though many of you said that you like to do it in the evening. The reason why I do it in the morning is because it just sets the day right. And honestly, you should have lots of things to be grateful for in the morning. So you woke up. That's the number one thing to be grateful for. And if you woke up in a house, you have a roof above your head. And if you have something exciting that's coming up that day, you should also be grateful for what's coming up that day. If you have a person that you love next to which you woke up, I mean, really, I read to you guys a very intimate, at least it's very intimate for me, like very intimate thoughts from my journal that are the thoughts that I'm grateful for. And often they're like, I'm grateful for the help of my sister. I'm grateful for Filippo being in my life, like helping me whatever that day. I'm grateful for a beautiful sunny day. You know, it could be literally anything. A smell of my favorite candle. Writing these things sets me really like on a right kind of happiness mode. And I think having mornings for myself where I can just enjoy and give myself time, which is an extremely crucial love language, is the best. Giving yourself time. So we know that there are a few different love languages, right? Like buying gifts to the loved one, giving time to the loved one, saying words of kindness to the loved one. And this is my way of showing love to me by giving myself time. I can meditate in the morning, I can do a bit of stretching, I give myself time. And this is very important. I think like for some of you guys who have extremely busy lives, perhaps new mothers, it can be very difficult to give yourself some time. But we don't have time, we make time, right? So I wake up like 3 hours before my day starts to actually make time for myself. I don't really have that time because I would rather sleep, right? But I guess for some people this can be much harder, especially mothers, like I said, especially new mothers. This is the job that I respect the most. I understand it can be very hard giving yourself time and making time for yourself, but just if you could make half an hour in a day to make time for yourself, I think you will thank you. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I mentioned different love languages. The second one that I mentioned was words of kindness, right? And I'm just gonna briefly mention this and I'm gonna say, give credit to yourself. Whatever you do that you do well, give yourself credit. You know, you can say like, wow, I did a really good lunch today. Well done, me. Or like, that's never the case for me, right? Because we all know that I can just do pizza. Or you can say like, I've like, you know, I really did something well. Whatever it is, you did a great deed at work that day, or you did something that you're proud of, even if it's the tiniest little thing. You should really keep reminding yourself, okay? This is the one I struggle with the most because I was brought up in a family which always taught me that it could be better, okay? So I was a straight A student, and still it could be better. I didn't really quite understand how could it be better because I never had like a B, so A is the top mark, right? But I was just always told like, yeah, well done. Like my parents were never, they were happy for me, but it was kind of like, of course you have straight A's, we all do, honey, you know? So this is the one where I struggle with the most, giving myself credit and saying like, wow, I did that so well. Despite the fact that I have kind of achieved some things in my life, I never actually tell myself like, wow, I did so well. I need to work on this one. And I think a lot of people need to work on this one, giving yourself more credit where credit is due. Telling yourself, you did great. You look great. Not telling myself like, oh my God, I look horrible. My hair is not good today. My skin's a bit gray. These are the things that we need to give ourselves more words of kindness. I have to be very honest. Like when it comes to appearance, I don't really allow myself any negative words. Like, yeah, sometimes you'll hear me say like, oh, my hair looks horrible today. But today, and I know I have amazing hair most of the time. Like I'm very happy with my hair. Probably many of you will disagree, but I think I love my hair. I love my skin. I love this body that I have because I cannot change it. Like, you know, that's it. I might not have, I don't know, like I was born with a crooked jaw, but I really like it never bothered me. I learned to love it. I have asymmetrical face, like so asymmetrical, but I do not give myself any negativity about that, and that's something that both Filippo and I do, my boyfriend, for you guys who are new to this channel. We learn to love each other's imperfections, and we never allow each other to say negative words to ourselves. So none of that, oh, I'm so stupid, how could I have done that? Let's not do that anymore. It's very important, especially for all of you single ladies and gentlemen out there who are like trying to search and find love, and you're thinking, okay, you know, what do I need to change? Just change this one little thing. No negative language with yourself, self-love first, and then everything else will follow. Number 3 that I think I am so good at, this is the love language that I am actually very good at in my life, in my private life, giving gifts. I love giving gifts, okay? I love giving gifts. It's like, I'm actually very excited about giving gifts. So whether it's to my family, to my boyfriend, to my friends, doesn't matter. It is my love language. Giving gifts is something that I am also very good at when it comes to myself. I think you all can confirm. So whether I have done a very intense fashion month and I'm like, I need to reward myself, or I reached a milestone on my Instagram, I need to reward myself, or it's a Valentine's Day, I also need to give a gift to myself, which is again what's going to bring me to Chopin, my Happy Hearts collection. I think that this collection is truly gorgeous and it's a perfect Valentine's Day gift. Whether it's something you're gonna ask from your partner or it's something that you're gonna gift to yourself, I would strongly recommend one of these necklaces. I think this is such a beautiful gift. And you know, like if you want to buy one to yourself, but you feel like, I don't want to give myself a gift, I'm not sure I feel right about that. I did this once with my friends. We bought each other a gift, but actually it was like the same as if you buy it for yourself. Because I mean, this is like a very precious thing and you might be like, okay, this is like too much of a gift. But you know, I told my friend, okay, I want this one. He told me he wants that one. So we kind of like exchanged the gifts, and that was also really cute. I think that Chopin, my Happy Hearts collection, is just like really something that brings a lot of happiness. It's fun. I love the mother of pearl and I love the tiny little diamonds, especially the floating diamond in a ring. They're so gorgeous. It's just so much happiness, so much light around your face with one of these necklaces. I'm sure you guys can agree. And it's a great gift to give to yourself or to someone else, because for me personally, this is a very easy way to show love. Giving myself gifts. I think I don't need to learn anything there. I got a PhD in giving gifts to myself for sure. Even though we come from same parents, my sister and I, she's completely opposite. She does not buy herself gifts. Oh, well, that's where I always like love spoiling. Like my sister is just like my muse for so much. But I think like some people are just not good at spoiling themselves. It's weird because she was born like that. Like when she was, I think like 16 or 15, and on her first ever school trip, she spent her whole pocket money on just buying gifts for me and not buying herself one single thing. So some people are just not good at giving themselves gifts. And I think giving yourself something is also reminding yourself that you're worth it. And I think that's extremely important, especially us women, but not exclusive to us. I think that everybody is guilty of sometimes not thinking they're worth it or kind of saving money for something else. So spoil yourself this Valentine's, give yourself a little gift, and if you need some inspiration, I think you all know what's my recommendation. Okay, number 4 is maybe my favorite, and it's a big goal for my 2023. Take care of yourself inside and out. And honestly, this is more important than you can imagine. Now, we all know how much I love the beauty life, right? For me, there are a few things that I really swear by, and that is looking after my hair, moisturizing it, taking care of it by using the right care for it, coloring it right amount of time, going to the best colorist in the world to do my hair, like especially making visits to Paris, for example, to take care of my hair. Besides that, my skin. You all know that I have certain skin treatments that I swear by. I would book my pedicure like always in advance because it's something to look forward to. It's the time that I'm already booking a little date with myself to go for a pedicure. It's not about just having pretty toenails or fingernails when you go for a manicure. It's so much more than that. I go to my beauty salon. When I arrive, I know that this is my 2 hours with myself. And I could be reading a book while I'm having a pedicure. I could be on my iPad. I could be on my phone. Whatever it is, it's your time. And I just feel like so looked after, and like I'm giving myself time every time I finish any beauty treatments. There are a few things that I think are crucial, and that is a regular manicure, a regular pedicure. I go for my facial massage. I have frequent massages at home as well for my body. And you guys know that even if you, for example, do not want to go out and have the services, you can also take care of yourself at home. You can do that hot bath at home, or you can have a nice face mask, nice hot hair mask inside of a towel. You can like also feed yourself with good stuff. Eat healthy, take the supplements, do all the right things for your body in and out. And that doesn't stop at the body, it also comes to the mind. For me, I think like looking after your mind and polishing your mind through sessions of meditation, through workout. For me, workout is nothing to do with body. Like for me, workout is exclusively important for mind, because I prefer the effects of workout on my mind than on my body, though they're not so bad on my body either. But give yourself that attention that you would like someone else to give you. So care, like, you know, it's kind of like caressing yourself. Like you want your partner to touch you, to love you. And this is you doing that. You're moisturizing. Spend 5 minutes longer on your skincare in the morning. You know, like look at yourself like in the mirror and say like, wow, I look better than yesterday. That comes, you know, we're back to giving credit to yourself, and have that time. Talking about mind, whenever I feel like extremely overwhelmed or like I'm about to burst with emotions and feelings, for me what really helps is like a little walk in the park. It doesn't matter if it's like a 15-minute walk. I put like earphones in, I listen to an audiobook, or I just look around with nothing, with no phone, nothing, and I just try to spend time with myself. I come home, I light candles, I take a book, I read the book, I journal. Again, I spend time that I like to give myself by polishing my brain, polishing my mind, polishing my skin, my hair, my nails, my body. Workouts are important, so are the face masks, so are the hair masks, so is my lip balm. All of those things, like even if it's just applying hand cream or cuticle oil, those things just remind me that I'm looking after myself. And last, but definitely not the least, is taking care of your mental health, is what I've just touched upon recently. That is like, you know, for me, an evening routine. Very often I will come home in the evening and I will say like, wow, today was just unbearable. If I have to do one more thing, I'm gonna explode. But you know, I remove my makeup, I moisturize after my bath, I grab a book or Netflix. Sometimes I don't even want to read a book. And you know what? Most of the times when I'm reading in the evening, I prefer reading fiction than self-help or educational books, because fiction really helps me unwind. I don't want to think anymore, okay? I don't even want to watch like a thriller at night. I want to watch Friends. I want to watch something easy. I want to read Harry Potter. I want to read something that I'm like, it's not supposed to improve me in the way I am. It's just supposed to help me not think about everything of that day. And I put like an LED mask on, I read, I drink my tea, or I just browse on Netflix in order to find something entertaining to watch. But those are my top tips, and I know that most of you know all of these. I know that most of you agree with me, but what I think is very important is I wanted to share my tips with you, because I thought that you guys might take it a little bit more seriously if it comes from me, because it's very easy when you say it to yourself, but now I've also said it to you. And I think like each and every single one of you, if you're watching this video and you came this far, I am actually talking to you, and I'm telling you to take just 3 things that you're gonna do from this video. So whether it's telling yourself in the morning something positive in the mirror, whether it's taking a moment in the morning to not touch your phone, or writing down your gratitude or your intentions, or doing a face mask once a week, or going for a walk in the park with an audiobook, I would like every single one of you who have came this far to tell me, how are you gonna treat yourself this Valentine's Day? Because love and happiness are connected. We want them both, right? We don't want to miss out on any of them. And the only way is self-love. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. And I just wanted to say one more thanks to Chopin for sponsoring this video. And I think that my happy hearts are a proof that happiness and love go very well together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.